Good evening from Yummy BTV. Wishing you well, sending plenty of love your way as usual, and hoping your day and week are starting off in the best possible way. Sorry about taking the live down last night. Every time I get a little bit negative, I don't like the cringe look in the morning when I'm waking up, and that's why probably I've lost 500,000 views in lives alone when I do them, and something's not quite right. Some of you say, yeah, but you didn't really say anything, Yummy. You was just thinking about either way, it's me, and maybe the problem lies in me. But anyway, first things first, right? Because I've got a few men to talk about in this video and some other dramatic news coming in as we speak at the moment. So first things first, you're asking me about Uncle Ray Hill, right? Now, he's done another video today, so I hear. I'm talking about when I lost my jewellery when I was a little boy and all that. You're asking me if I see him, when I see him, will I be asking for my money back? Now look, I will ask him, right? So depending how he answers, I expect him to answer by way of, oh yeah, just stop it, man. We was all in it back then. We all did wrong things. We all took liberties with people and all that. You can't really be carrying feeling over that. You know, is a beer or a drink or whatever, and we'll call it quits. Yeah. Many of you are saying, yeah, but in reality, Yami pulled a move on you. In the old Yami, I would have said, yeah, he did. I'm still carrying a little bit of feeling from it, to be honest, right? Because remember, I wasn't categorically sure whether it was Uncle Ray. Some of you are saying to me, no, Yami, it was Lenny McLean. But don't say nothing, right? So leave it at that. That's about, that's one of the questions, 17 questions I'm going to ask him when I do a podcast. The other thing is that many of you are messaging me, whether you don't like Uncle Ray, but you love me, or maybe you're doing it for the right reasons and all that, and you feel the need to pull my coat, is that many of you are suggesting that he is using my name and talking good on one hand from that life of being a bad man and Yami was naughty and all that, but on the other hand, he seems to, when he does those videos, he seems to give you a little niggle as well and make you try and look a bit bad. If people are reading through the lines properly, what they mean is the other day on that specific video that he matched me up with Toggy, who I know he is, right? Or know of him, and another geezer. So you put me in the same video and you're making comparisons with me and them, but many of you are suggesting that Yami really is tarring you with the same brush and saying that basically because you was a raving lunatic, many people wanted to say something to you because you might draw out your weapon or your knife and all that, they had to have second thoughts like they did for those men. But are you suggesting comparisons with those men by ways of their behaviour, or, you know, in what way and all that? I'll be asking you that question as well when I see you, because it made me a little bit dark today, if you get what I mean. The way certain people was breaking it down to me, because I saw it at first and I wasn't really penning it, paying much attention to it, like that Uncle Ray could be saying it in many different ways, if you get what I mean. But the reality is that many men will be matched up against me from the system. Some are stonewall killers, and weapons alone. Some of them that he talks about maybe ain't got the strategies like me, ain't got the bobbing and weaving, haven't got the likability factor. Many men get spoken about, but they wasn't really loved. Remember, my journey and my story is a little bit different. I was going to do the video with the kids today, and I will be doing that hopefully after this video. Look, the other breaking news is this, right? I will be asking him those questions, right? And look, the other thing was this. Shaun Atwood's been up to see me, right? Shaun, yeah, and his missus. So that is coming soon. Dramatic news coming in as well, that me and Brian Richardson, Craig Rolfe's brother, will possibly be sitting down before the weekend or at the weekend, right? So I wanted to come back with a bang, because remember, I haven't done many interviews in recent times in the last few weeks since the French interview. So we know that a lot of you want me to get out and about and be doing those kind of content again, which we've got loads to do. So it might be that I start with Brian Richardson first. Remember, I've got others to do as well, but I was dragging my feet with everyone, and not my time is everybody else's time, and it was vice versa when they was ready, but it was my fault, not theirs, if you get what I mean, right? So yeah, Brian Richardson, it will definitely be happening, and certain things are going to be said on there that have probably never been said before, if you get what I mean. The other thing was, oh yeah, imagine this, coincidentally, Terry Stone, I forgot about that interview, my mate Terry, right? Terry, that interview that I did a couple of months ago, that is now ready. So I'm getting a trailer for that very shortly, right? So hopefully in the next couple of days, I'll be able to bring that to Yami BTV, right? But that will, I think it might be going out weekend. I said to you that I wasn't too. It wasn't. I didn't believe it was my best performance. Right. I'm not throwing no scorn in it, or throwing the cold water over the fire before it begins. Now, what I meant by that is that certain times when I talk about the past and childhood and certain days, even though you've done it many times before, you can appear on a show and be really thinking, God, man, like, it affects me today. I don't feel the same way to talk about it that I did on other shows where I was a bit more brazen, I was more confident. We get weak moments as human beings, and certain times the past is dragged up, and I deal with it on different days to how I feel, if you get what I mean. But it still didn't upset the flow of the interview. It's quite a cracking interview as well. There's a couple of big moments in there as well, so I'm giving you the heads up on that. So that is happening, right? Because Terry Stone has rang me and confirmed that. So that's on. The Brian Richardson one's on. Part 2 with Shaun Atwood's on. Shaun Atwood, it makes me laugh. I know he appeared out of nowhere. But yeah, some bombs on that in a different style to what happened before. But yes. I get what some of you are saying sometimes. That I'm a bit too easy when people say things and that kind of stuff. And there's some ulterior motives behind. Could be, I mean, I'm only speculating now, but you open my eyes to a few things. I think to myself, hold on a minute. Why? But I won't know until I ask Uncle Ray the question, all right? So I'll see you all very shortly. Probably going live tonight, right? I feel better than last night. But loads of love to another video coming up in a minute.